Hey, look at this. We made it to the end of the Confederation Trail in Elmira. And it runs that 273 kilometers from Tegnish to here on an old railway bed. And we rode it, you know, parts of it. A lot of it. A lot of it. So anyway, I think we're going to be on roads now going up to this east point, and then we'll start heading south and around that end. But anyway, it's awesome. Yeah. Great trail. It'll be fun. They have like a railroad museum here, and they have like a little park. It's this old train station here. It's a museum. It's pretty cool. Okay, we made it to the east point.
To the lighthouse.
See the lighthouse behind us? And this way. It's beautiful. We haven't gone in yet. We just went to the bathroom. We're going to go in and check out the little gift center. Anyway, gosh, that was an awesome ride.
Yeah, that was a great ride.
We've done tip to tip now. They call that a tip to tip when you go from the Cape, North Cape to this tip.
Someone just said that's Cape Breton over there.
Yeah, you can't see it in the video, but it's really across the way.
It's across the way, you can see it. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, I'll turn it around here. It's just beautiful, beautiful day. It's just awesome. So we're going to go check out in here and see if there's some coffee or something. I need something.
Deep within, here we go, but somehow I'm caught in the middle. Is this the end before we've even begun? Should I work against the flow, a drop in the ocean so endless, reaching for our moments miles above? I just need one.
Beautiful.
But still I see you, sweet escape, a lovely start, but letting go's the hardest part. Swimming in this deep, deep
hey. Oh my gosh, you guys, we made it to Surrey. Is it Surrey? Surrey.
Surrey.
I said Surrey, and this one guy said Surrey, and you know.
Well, it's
I always
mouse,
question myself.
But, you know, it's mouse.
It means mouse.
Mouse town.
Anyway. We did 87 kilometers today, and which isn't like super a lot.
54 miles.
I know.
It's a lot.
It's a lot, but it's just we're tired at the end of every day. We have been riding. It's just every day. We haven't taken a day off, and that's okay. But we're kind of tired at the end of the day.
It's remarkably hot and humid and buggy. Those three things. Like you can't, when you're outside all the time, it's like, oh, okay, well, you just have to deal.
Yeah.
And
it was a great day. It really was. We started out on that rail trail.
There was a point where we were coming through this one part where they cut us through on this dirt road. It was really pretty. And I stopped, and there were no mosquitoes. I mean, none. I was like, I felt like I didn't want to say anything because I didn't want to jinx it, but it was pretty cool.
So the trail, we went up to that East Point Lighthouse, which was awesome, and then we came back down, and we're heading south, and the Island Walk took us off of the main road. We were cruising on that main road, and then we followed the Island Walk signs. We were over there on these dirt roads.
Yeah, gravel, dirt.
But it was okay.
The dirt roads, where some of them, you know, they've been washed over, and they get so sandy that you have to get up. I
had to get off.
With our skinny tires, we have to get off our bike.
And it's deep. It's deep sand. But it's not a lot of it. Most of it was rideable, and it was good. So we came in the back way here and walked around here a little bit. We're at the visitor center. We're going to try to camp over here behind this visitor center. That's our plan. We're going to stealth camp over here.
Because if we had come in on the road, we would have gone by the provincial park. But we didn't. They routed us around this back way, and we're like, oh my god.
Then we missed the campground, which is 12.
You don't want to ride 12 kilometers back.
No, we don't. So we're going to make it work right here.
We'll see what happens.
It's so nice right now. All right. You guys, we should be done in 3 more days, I think, of riding, and we'll be done. 2
long days. 2 like...
It'll be like 10 days.
60+ mile days, and then...
Yeah, it'll be like 10 days since that we're out here, but 8.5 days of riding, because we took 3 half days, so... And we like to do our pace.
We can do what we want.
Do whatever we want. All right, check you later.
Okay, bye.
Very nice, very nice. Guys, look at us. We thought we were gonna die. We're sitting here. Let me show you. Here's my bike. We're at a gas station just on the side of the road over here.
The heat index is like 40, 41, somebody told me.
It's 3 o'clock and I thought I was gonna just die out there. So anyway, we pulled over here. We're gonna sit right here. We're not gonna move for a really long time. I've got my shoes off. My feet are hot. It's just overwhelming. It's overwhelming.
That's really hot when it's super hot, but that much humidity. Of course, we know this. My shirt smells horrible, and it smells just like it did on the Appalachian Trail.
We made up our own route today. We got to Montague, and we just thought we got to get out of this heat. We got on this road on this shoulder with a big shoulder and just went as fast as we could. And oh, here we are. We're gonna get out. We're gonna be done tomorrow. We're
looking at the weather. There's rainstorm coming in. Maybe
Tuesday.
That's why. So we had like a 20-25 mile an hour headwind the whole time.
All day we were climbing.
So you're climbing these hills in this headwind. I'm in my granny gear and my lowest gear in the back just. I mean,
and you had to pedal downhill.
Yeah.
It was so strong, and it isn't a flat island when you're on the roads. It's hilly, and the wind's howling, and it's 100 degrees, and man, oh man.
Tough. This is tough. A tough day.
It's bad when you're just happy to be sitting right here in front of a gas station. It's loud, it's obnoxious, and we're happy to be here. Okay, whew, gotta cool off. If you don't hear from us, you know what happened.
We died.
So here we are, stealth camping in plain sight. We're so tired and hot, we don't care. They say that women of a certain age are invisible, so Annette said we're just taking advantage of it. But we have to move it, we're going to be in the sun. It's raining this morning.
It's raining again. Those are bad.
Hey, hey, we made it to Charolettetown.
Made it to the town. Made it to the start and finish on the map.
Yeah, this is the start and finish point, but we started 3 sections down, so we still have 3 sections to go to get to our truck, but this is where the trail starts and finishes. Woohoo! Had our first flat tire. Almost done, we had a flat tire. It's the first one of our, since we've started though, so it's not too bad.
Since we bought the bikes.
Since we bought the bike, so not bad. Unbelievable. Woohoo! Hey, we made it.
Oh, I gotta have this on. Hey, we did. We finished.
That was fabulous. That was hard.
This from here to Charlottetown is beautiful. That was an amazing route.
It was great.
Really amazing.
So we're gonna pack up and we'll just we'll do a little check-in later.
Okay.
Good morning.
Morning.
So we left the island yesterday. We finished our ride and we just had to pack up, and it was pouring the rain over here when we crossed, we left the island. So we stopped in Sackville, New Brunswick, and we got a little room, and it's cute as can be. It's really sweet.
This is like an old Victorian style hotel.
It's really nice. Anyway, so we wanted to just tell you a little bit about our ride over there. We loved it, absolutely loved it. It was beautiful. The people were amazing. We met a lot of amazing people that helped us and people that offered that we had already passed them or whatever. But we appreciate all of you. And in cycling, we felt like the local people really respected cyclists over there.
Yeah, because you have, on that loop, when you're riding that loop, you do a fair amount of road riding. Not a lot, but you know, portions
quite a bit.
Yeah. They have you on some busier roads, and then they'll loop you off onto less busy roads. But you know, those less busy roads are narrow; they don't have a shoulder, so then people have, you know, then they have to like acknowledge you and kind of. They were great. They were waiting. If there was someone else coming the other way, they would wait and then, go around you. Yeah. You know, the way you're supposed to do it.
Yeah, it was really nice.
Hard. It's really hard for people to slow down for some reason when they're in their car. It's like, no, I can't slow down. I've got to.
You're slowing me down. So anyway, it was great. So we were really glad that we were on our bikes doing that trail.
Yeah, I cannot imagine walking the walk.
Well, I think some people would like it. It's all preference. But we figured we wouldn't really want to walk like that on the big, long stretches on roads, paved, you know, next to paved roads. The dirt roads would have been okay, the trails okay. But another thing is resources aren't always there. Like, so they do sections of that trail. They'll have, it's 1 through 32 sections. And they're just like 20 kilometers, 25 kilometers. But some of those stops don't have anything. They don't have anything. Sometimes we would cross there and there would be a sign saying that this is where you are, but there was no
services.
There's no way to get water or...
Yeah. And I think they have packages that they do it supported, like we were just doing it unsupported, right? We're just out there on our own doing it. And for the walking particularly, I think they have supported where they would be picking you up and, you know, taking you to where you're staying and all of that.
Oh, I didn't, yeah. Do they have that?
I'm sure they do.
I don't know.
There's different tour companies. So you could probably, if you wanted to do that, probably for biking too, you could do it supported. And that way you wouldn't have to carry your panniers. You could just...
Yeah. But it was easy on the bike. Like, we would come to a place like that and be like, okay, well, you know, you could just keep moving on a bike and get to the next place pretty quickly. There was one where the store was 4 kilometers down the road, which, you know, on a bike is not as bad as if you had to walk there and walk back and, you know, in the water situation. So I think for people who are thinking about walking it, to just really research those stops and see where those services are. I assumed that there was a little town there or something. I don't know why I made that assumption, but it's not always the case. But and I definitely would say to do it later in the year, you know, maybe September or something.
Yeah, wait till the mosquitoes are down, definitely.
It was super hot. Now, we had unusually hot temps, but it was hot and muggy and buggy, and that would have been rough. And just the water situation if you were walking. But anyway, we loved it. We thought it was great. It's
a great time.
It's well marked. You know, they put the signs up, and
this is it. It is amazingly agrarian out there. So there's still, this will not, I don't know how long that will last there, but there's still wheat fields and potato fields and cornfields that go right up to the edge of the ocean. I mean, where you're looking out over the water. You know, that at some point, as you know, I'm from California. When I was young, we used to go down to the beach and there were strawberry hills and hills of strawberries that overlook the ocean. Of course, now those are all gone. Those are all houses. Yeah. And, you know, that's what happens when you have any kind of waterfront property. It becomes so valuable that it all gets developed. Even as we were finishing yesterday on that coastal part, there were signs, lots for sale, you know, where there's now fields of potatoes or whatever, lots for sale. So, you know, it's amazing when you're out there. It's amazing how much agriculture it is. It's just like this big, huge agricultural island right now. And if you do it, that's like an experience to be cycling through cornfields and wheat fields and, you know, grass hay and all this stuff. You're just like, wow, this is amazing. It was awesome. It was cool. That part was really cool.
I'm so glad we got to experience it and see it. It was great. And we feel good. We took us 9 days. We didn't take a day off in there. We just kept on cycling, so we're kind of tired, but it was just a really fun trip. We highly recommend that for people to get over there and see. Beautiful.
Do it soon.
Yeah. So we set out totally unplanned and no reservations. It's kind of last minute. We just kind of said, hey, let's do it. And it was the best adventure ever. Just letting it unfold. That's our thing. We're just going to see what unfolds, and I'm telling you what.
But it is living rough. I will say it is not for everyone. I mean, we have you know, we've done so much backpacking and so much through hiking that we're kind of, you know, we can kind of just like throw up a tent and go, oh, you know, we'll see what happens. But yeah,
it's rough.
It's living on the rough.
It's different
sure.
if you roll into town, you have this nice room and you go in there and can relax the rest of the day. We're sitting outside or sitting in a, you know, coffee shop, just kind of, you know, you're not like totally, you're not taking showers and laying out somewhere. You're hanging out. You're outside like all the time. But it was fun to try to stealth camp, and we did it the whole time. I mean, we really, it was amazing, and so many people we've met, and just fun. It was just fun that way.
And part of, you know, like one of those nights, I mean, I think we had kind of planned on staying at the campground, and then we were reading the reviews of it, and it said there's absolutely no shade, none, zero. It's just open field. And when you're in a tent on your bikes and you're thinking, okay, it's you know, 100 plus degrees with us, and what, you know, so going into town and, you know, sitting at the visitor center in the air conditioned room for a while until we cooled off, and then going out in the shade and sitting there, that was nice. That was a nice option. It totally worked. I just, you have to be able to get out of the sun when you've been riding in it all day. You have to be able to get out of it somehow. When we talk about these trips, or when Chrissy and I are like, oh, let's go do that. Sometimes, and I don't know why this is, it's like I actually forget that we have to do the physical part, the actual riding or hiking or whatever it is. So like, oh, then we start and we're doing these days, and it's, you know, long and hot and hard. And I'm like, oh yeah, we have to actually ride from here to here to, you know. No,
you have a picture. You have a picture in your head that, you know, you're just floating along. It's not any effort. Wind's blowing in your hair. You just have this like really visual of this just relaxed, and then you're like, oh yeah, this stuff's hard.
Yeah, and then like on that our very last day on the trail, we had a little episode with the tire. It had gotten some little piece of wire or something in there, and so we had a flat, and then when we took it off, I felt the tire, you know, I felt all around, and I didn't find that piece, and I thought, oh, that's weird, but maybe it just ran over something. So then we had another flat, right? And then we changed the tube, and we're putting the tube in, because she's like, I don't know, that tube seems kind of shaky, but we put it in anyway, which we probably shouldn't have. And then,
well, first we got the little piece that we found, the little pokey piece.
Then
finally.
We did find the pokey piece on that.
So that was fixed. And then we put another tube in.
Yeah, then we put another tube in.
Tube number 3.
So we had 3 flats. We haven't had a flat since we got the bikes. We've done all those, you know, miles of riding, you know, 2,000 miles of riding or whatever, and 3 flats in 15 minutes. It was unbelievable. And of course, it was, you know, every time you stop in those, it's like the mosquitoes are just like, so you're trying to like protect against that and do the flat and do all that. So, I mean, stuff does happen. There is the actual doing of the stuff that's like, oh man, this is hard.
Really hard, really frustrating.
Yeah, so it's not just like a...
And tube number 3 had a bad valve.
No, tube number 3?
Mm-hmm. The first one was a flat. The second one, we didn't find the pokey thing in the tire, and that was a flat. The third one was a bad valve. Oh yeah. So then we put another tube in.
Luckily, we were carrying tons of tubes, so we didn't have to.
Anyway, just part of the adventure. Part of the
adventure, but that is funny how you kind of you forget, like, oh yeah, this is actually really, really hard.
Okay, we'll let you know what our next adventure will be. Thanks for coming with us.
Okay.